You're watching NewsView with Lee Sullivan.
Welcome back. It's NewsView, visiting with Ron Hart, and we're talking, this is America, right? Ron Hart's a great American, I'm a great American, and everybody that agrees with us is a great American, and it's just as simple as that. I said that President Obama was a liar, liar, pants on fire, and the closest thing that he had developed for transparency in the government was the full body scan at the airport. So 300 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people will want to know where they are, because I know some folks that probably would like a job there, and I know some other folks that would like to walk through.
Exactly. America's gotten so fat. It's not great for the Americans to have to go through there, and it's certainly not good for the people who have to look at it anymore. America's gotten pretty big, but they ought to combine socialized medicine with the body scans. That way, you can get your body scan, also get a mammogram, maybe check your kidneys, and two for one, write you up, see what you need, and move everybody through there.
I think that's a great marriage. Yeah. I think it needs to happen.
That's what you wait in line for both, so it's going to be the same thing, like you at the VA. So,
yeah, really, the VA really helped me out with that.
Yeah, they're getting tight on security after this bombing, though. I understand they're going to put Osama bin Laden just got put on the no-fly list. So they're tightening it up.
Well, and I believe his parents are still alive. So if they go tell the CIA that he might be doing something, he might be able to get a flight over here without a problem too.
Yeah, and if it doesn't work out, Obama's going to make another speech, and he's going to make a speech about his speech, and refer to his speech, and have another speech, and then a speech. He'll make speeches until this thing's over.
I can't. Well, let me stay with this transparency thing. Biden just had a meeting with the transparency czar that was closed to the press.
That's irony.
How does that work? That's where we are, isn't it?
Exactly. Someone who promised transparency found out how hard it really is to be transparent, because you got these old political hacks in there. Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, they're all doing backroom deals. They don't want people to see what they're doing. I mean, it's awful. And I guess it was the ideology, the perfect world mindset that Obama had when he came in, to thinking he could do it out in the open. And he made a campaign promise maybe 10, 15 times on air, saying it was going to be transparent, and he hasn't been held accountable at all for that.
And see, I believe that he believed that he could. I believe that he was that naive. I mean, I don't believe that I think he's too bright to just say, well, let me just tell this.
Well, he's a fellow that went to college in an idealistic liberal world, all the way through to college. He was a community organizer. He never really had a job. He doesn't understand the reality of getting things done. It's always been a la-la world in which he's been in. He's always been the young, bright, idealistic person, and maybe he thought he could get it done. I like to think he thinks he can do that, and that's the scary part, is he thinks government works.
Right. Well said. Good point. Excellent point. When we come back, I noticed reading the News Herald that your son had nominated you for the Nobel Peace Prize, and I want to talk about that. Ron Hart, don't go away.
You're watching NewsView with Lee Sullivan.
Welcome back. It's NewsView. I'm visiting with Ron Hart, and we are discussing those things that are important to America, or should be, if you are an American. As you know, you're reading the News Herald, Ron was nominated by his son. You have to forgive that part of it, that relationship issue, for the Nobel Peace Prize, for doing some translations. And how's that working out for you? You think you got a chance?
We're in the early stages now, but about a year ago, someone nominated Barack Obama for the Nobel Peace Prize, and my son was talking about that, and he found out you can nominate anyone you want. It's pretty clear by the winners that anyone can get nominated. So he nominated me for the Nobel Peace Prize for my tireless work in translating ethnic slurs for new immigrants in the country. So someone has to do it. I've spent a lot of time doing that. Everyone in our country wants to feel like they belong. You don't belong in this country until they make fun of you.
Right.
Truly. And
that's what the Irish always say.
Exactly. Everyone that comes to the country, there's got to be some jokes about them. It's like a fraternity or hazing. It's how you get in this country. I mean, people are going to live with that.
Right.
It's misunderstood, I believe.
Do your due. You have to do your due.
Yeah.
Ethnically speaking.
Exactly. And a lot don't understand things. I mean, imagine coming to this country and people are saying things to you, yelling at you, and selling things to you. You don't understand what they're talking about. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. just like him. So someone needs to sit down with these people and say, look, they're making fun of you for this reason, and then here's the derivation. This is why, and this is why it's funny. Come on, big guy, let's laugh about it.
So it helps them.
Yeah, and I think that
Therapeutic. And you donate your time.
I do it for free. I spent tireless hours in the Home Depot parking lots. Like one guy I was talking to like for an hour, just in his face, talking to him for an hour. And just the look on his eyes when I'm done and walk away is
worth it. Isn't it?
It's thanks enough.
Yeah.
It really is. But Nobel would be nice. It'd be really nice.
You won't forget me when you're up there with
No.
Barack and Al.
Al Gore, yeah. I think they need to snatch Al Gore's global warming Nobel from him because it's got record low temperatures right now, right? I mean, it's just like the lowest temperatures of all time. They just need to snatch it from him and give it to me. Why not?
Two of the most amazing things, not necessarily in context, that have been said about the natural disaster in Haiti. Number one was by the guy who would have been president, Pat Robertson, which basically laid it off on the evilness of the Haitian, I guess, government or people in general.
A deal they did with the devil 100 years ago,
right.
I think he said.
Whatever,
Yeah.
Okay. And then followed, I think, rightfully so, by Danny Glover, who says that it was a result of them not coming to an accord in Copenhagen.
Yeah, Danny Glover. Yeah, he's not getting a lot of work, so he's got time to be an activist now, which is always good to see. But he's friend with Chavez. Hugo Chavez and here are buddies, and he called it Cuba in his speech. They've really kind of been down there. Obama calls the Taliban the Taliban. So that gives them a little air of intelligence that they really need to espouse their liberal views. But America is a great country. We're the ones down there doing something right now. People are going left and right to help folks down there. And the big story with Haiti to me is not so much our generosity, which is a given. You don't see Chavez down there. You don't see Castro bringing anybody in there. It's always Americans that give the money and go do the hard work around the world. And they hate us for it for some odd reason. But the real story with Haiti, in my view,
No. I mean, look at here in this country. Look at the people. Look at the people that are receiving the welfare. Look at the people that are on the dole here. You think they're the ones that love America?
No, they're indignant about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And they aren't the ones volunteering down in Haiti.
No.
It's the capitalists, it's the people that work hard, that care for their fellow people, the deal. And the problem with Haiti is, it's right next to the DR is on the left side of that island, and they're on the right side, and their culture is entirely different. Capitalism had it spread and been able to build roads and infrastructure, maybe even had a seismograph to tell that the earthquake's coming, could have saved a lot of lives down there. Capitalism is the real story of the greatness of America, democracy and capitalism, and they don't have it down there, and see what happens.
I forgot. You got to throw Hugo Chavez into that mix. He says that it's an excuse for America to invade Haiti.
We're invading.
Yes.
We're invading, yeah.
Okay. Ron Hart, we'll be right back.